Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel for OCD Recovery. Today, I just want to give a singular example of how sneaky the fear cycle is on your way to OCD recovery. I'm telling you right now, every single person will make this mistake so many times, it's uncountable. I've made this mistake, you're gonna make this mistake. Daisy behind me, she's definitely made this mistake. Everyone has made this mistake. And that is, something happens, any trigger, thought, image, sensation, urge, direness, whatever it is. And you're like, what is that? I thought it was over that. Wait, what's that? Why is that going on? Wait, no, wait a second. You just start questioning why it's even there. There's no need to know why it's there. Again, the urgency will make it feel as real as it can get. Let's talk about that. But before I go any further, please subscribe, phil@ocdrecovery.com. Please comment down below. Let me know if there's other things you want to know about in the fear cycle, the fear of being stuck forever, the fear of developing something new, and the fear of going backwards to your worst, which all this, the thing I'm talking about, relates to all three of those. Again, phil@ocdrecovery.com to learn more about the subscription services, people coming in, taking it more seriously, once a week or bi-weekly, access to all the webinars, and the WhatsApp groups, which has tons of content you don't get anywhere else at all. Okay, so you've been on the journey for a while. This is an example. It could be anyone, but you've been on the journey for a while. Maybe you've read all the books. Maybe you've read at least the first book, Stubbornly Refuse. You're changing your structure. Things are going well. Your symptoms are not so much like this right now, but they're kind of just like a little bit up and, a little bit more linear, not like a fucking jumble of squiggles on the paper. Like a kid's like, because that's what the symptoms can look like. And then you're at work and you drop your knife on the ground in the cafeteria, as we call it. Drop the knife, pick it up. What if you hurt someone with that? It's quick, it's aggressive, and it goes. You haven't had harm OCD in a while, but you used to have it for 3 years. Whoa. Well, I thought it was over that. Compulsion. No. Compulsion. Knife. Brain. What if you want to hurt your colleague with that? Come on, Nick, you wouldn't do that. Compulsion. You remember, you can accept yourself unconditionally. Compulsion. There's no need to do anything. You have to learn to allow that to distract you. I use this example when I'm on a webinar, okay? Ready? Here's two different things. Let's just say this is an intrusive thought with extreme urge to solve. My dog's looking at me. Whoa. What's that about? I thought it was over that. Holy crap. No, come on, Nick. No. You know the acceptance on that. What's your rational belief with that again? Compulsion. Me. This is why it doesn't really happen to me. It doesn't happen to me, but it doesn't mean it couldn't happen to me again. Same thing happens to me. I pick a knife up, I dropped on the floor, and my unborn child, let's see, how old is he right now? Almost 17 weeks. Went for a third ultrasound yesterday. So he's in the high chair. Knife. My brain, ready? What if you hurt him with that? See the difference? I'm not saying anything. There's no response at all. Now that's a learned skill. But Nick, how do I do that? It's so automatic. It feels so easy to do. It is a learned skill. But Nick, I don't know how to do it. It is a learned skill. Day by day, one day at a time. You're trying too hard to figure this out. You have to learn to sit with that. You have to learn to stop going down the rabbit hole. You're not going to be able to do it in a week or 2 weeks or 10 weeks or anything like that. It's going to take a long time. It might take you a couple of years, with thousands of random examples of you building that skill like a muscle to get better at not engaging even when you've had periods of feeling good for a while. So let's say for me, I haven't had any major triggers for a year in sensory motor, which was one of my main themes. I had all different ones, but let's say blinking. I'm driving home from work and all of a sudden I'm just like, you're really boom, 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 boom. Okay, remember, Nick, you know what your beliefs are. Compulsion. Oh, crap. Compulsion. That can just happen as I'm talking to you on this video. There's no engagement whatsoever at all. What if I thought my beliefs were stronger than that. I should know that. But compulsion. Stop it. This is why this idea of ACT, acceptance commitment therapy, which is the fancy word for acceptance, these radical acceptance statements, radical in unconditional acceptance are two negative ions bouncing off. There's nothing radical about acceptance. You're not reminding yourself of acceptance statements in the moment all the time. You're not using mantras. I see all this covered incorrectly every day, all day by almost 99.9% of the people. This is why no one gets better, because there's so much bad information given by well-intentioned people who have never had what we're going through. You want to listen to someone that's been where you've been, especially with this. Okay, Jim, I'm storming the gate of a city, and I'm in the lead, and I want to know how to navigate my team so I don't get blown to bits and shot. What's your experience, Jim? Well, the book said, wait a second, did you serve in war? No, never. Have you been shot at? No. Have you ever held a gun in your hand? No. Now why the fuck would I listen to you? That makes no sense at all. Emotions are everything. Critical. Emotions are everything when it comes to the connection of what someone else has gone through. The personal experience. Now, how many people are going to get that pen example wrong? There is a huge article out there that talks about rumination. There's a couple decent points in it, but it's 85% incorrect. This idea that rumination is a compulsion, not always. That's way too simplistic. The majority of rumination is primarily automatic, coming from your core fears, behaviors, compulsions, avoidance behaviors, self-reassurance, fueling the automatic rumination cycle that you're engaging with that automatic rumination, which you cannot tell a line in the sand of what's automatic and what's not. That article gets all this wrong. There's no depth in that article at all. Just the reality of it. Think about the pen example before I give myself an aneurysm. Okay? Save my wife the pain of me being hyper all the time. Phil@OCDrecovery.com. Let me know what you think. Please message to learn again about those subscriptions. We can get you better. We can help. We've been there. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.